Hi, I'm Dean Ford. I was lead singer in a band called Marmalade back in the 60s and 70s. In 1975 I made an album at Abbey Road Studios with Alan Parsons, my solo album, which I was very pleased with. And I'm pleased to say that we're going to be releasing this again for anyone who really wants to have it. I'm really proud of it. It's the only album I ever did. And but right now we're trying to make a new album with Fernando Perdomo. He's a great producer and just trying to raise money really, to get this new project going. The album I did with Alan Parsons at Abbey Road Studios I was really proud of because there was a lot of fantastic, really great musicians on it. We had Peter Wingfield on piano, Tim Reddick on guitar, wonderful player, and Steve Ferron played on drums on a few tracks, and great string arrangements as well, just wonderful. And it was the first time I'd been in that studio for such a long time, since 1964 when I did my first records there with a group called Dean Ford and the Gaylords. And so it was really a great feeling being back in that studio again, Studio 2. So that's just an example of the musicianship that was on this album. One of the songs that we took from the album as a single was the very first song on the album called Hey My Love. And then the second one was a song by Jimmy Webb called Crying in My Sleep, which is a wonderful, wonderful recording. I think it's one of my best performances ever.
Went out to loosen up the car. Somehow I wound up at the Rainbow Bar. I had a scotch and soda on the run, but I didn't get too far. Then I ran down some friends I used to know. I dragged them out to see a show. Ran myself a bath and I tried to read your book. But baby, this time it just didn't seem worth all the time it took. And I woke up crying in my sleep. I was talking to your pillow, and I reached out to touch your hand. I knocked the phone off the nightstand. The operator said.
Working with Alan Parsons was just wonderful. He was such an easy guy to get along with, and a gentle giant. He had a great way of talking to the string players, stuff like that. He always told me that string players are very temperamental and they don't like to be told they're out of tune, so he had a way around that too, by just saying, "Could you check your tuning, guys?" This project we've got is going to be very exciting for the fans because you'll get to be a part of it as we're doing it, and you'll be seeing how we're working in the studios and on a daily basis probably. Also, you get to hear the music first before anyone else does, and it'll give you a chance to make your opinions on it, and basically, you'll hear it before anyone else does. Feel my heartbeat. Here's another one, and there's many, many more, and they're all for you. That's one of the songs we're going to be recording for the new album, and I wanted to just introduce you to the guy who's going to produce the album. He's a wonderful producer. His name is Fernando Perdomo.
Hi, I'm Fernando Perdomo. I'm a record producer from originally from Miami, Florida, and I'm sitting here next to a guy who I've been listening to since I was a little kid. I'm completely honored to be working with Dean Ford, who not only is one of the greatest voices in rock and roll, he's one of the most inspired people I know, and he's ready to make a really amazing record, and you guys are going to get to hear it as we make it, which is going to be awesome. My older brother Orlando was a huge fan of Alan Parsons' project, and one of his favorite records was the Pyramid album, and which Dean was a featured singer on. And it blows my mind to be recording this amazing voice, which has not changed. That's one of the amazing things about Dean. There's lots of older artists that still put out records, but you could totally hear the wear and tear And Dean sounds just as crisp and clean as he did back then. And it's a real honor to be putting that voice on tape and making this new music, which is awesome. Another thing about this new record is that it shows off Dean as a songwriter. He was always playing songs that were written by other people sometimes, and I feel like in this case, people are going to hear songs that come straight from Dean's heart, which is key because he's got a good one, and he's got some great songs, and he's a true artist, and he's a true artist who's inspired in what now, the 4th decade of your career?
I don't know.
Yeah. When did you first start playing? You first started with the Gaylords in like 62?
63, 64.
63,
Yeah, we recorded in
64. 5th decade of his career, and he's still inspired, and he's still got a lot to say. And you guys are going to get to hear these songs from the beginning. We'll be sending you videos, and we'll be showing you the process of how we're going to be making this music here at Reseda Ranch Studios in Reseda, California, which is the home base of what I do. I also produce an artist named Linda Perhacs, who had a pretty cool comeback in 2014 with her album Soul of All Natural Things, which was 44 years after her first. And I'm hoping that we'll have the same luck with Dean, who is another artist from my record collection. So I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I'm going to enjoy this, and feel the pure joy coming out of this record, which is great. And it's been awesome working with Dean, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And you guys are going to be right here, a fly in the wall. It's going to be fun.